Hey everyone, welcome back. Just going to be a quick video here to show a few things I was able to get done on the extension, as well as a few vehicle projects that I'm working on. So the Ferraro food structure, it's quite large. I built it out of 40,000 styrene and scribed the individual lines to help with the kind of blocked concrete look that the prototype is built of. So it's kind of like that tinted concrete paneling. So I'm still kind of in the process of weathering it and making it look a little bit more like concrete instead of plastic. So a little bit more to do there, as well as a little bit more weathering. For the doors, I just used the Walthers truck and railroad docks kit. This one right here. I've used a few of them before in the other structures, and it's pretty easy enough. Just cut the holes, and the doors and those pads fit right there on top. As for the sign, really happy with the way that turned out. My last video I showed how I was able to trace out that logo in SketchUp, and I sent it off to Shapeways and they printed it. So it came out really nice, I think. I just painted it green with the gold sides, and looks just like the prototype. So pretty simple to do, and it only cost me, I believe, $7 or $8 to print. So not bad. I think I'll definitely go that route in the future for more signs and so on. I had another backdrop printed up from Lark Products. Really happy with their backdrops. You could kind of scale them to whatever size you need, as well as let them know if you want the sky or anything like that, which I elected not to, and I just kind of cut out to show my background, which is just painted blue, and I kind of add a little bit of basic some haze. It doesn't really show up on camera, I think, because the lighting is too bright, or it's pretty bright, but I just use a sponge with some white acrylic paints, and I just kind of, or a wet sponge, and I just kind of go back and forth and give it some haze, which is a pretty subtle effect, but it looks pretty good when you stand back. And for some reason the camera doesn't pick it up too much or too well. But for the corner here, I'm still kind of struggling on what to do with blending the two scenes together. So I figured out a way to get rid of the white wall there. I found this material at Michael's. It's almost like a plastic poster board kind of material, and the paint takes to that. I just haven't put it up yet, so I'm going to paint the same color as the sky and probably add another small backdrop to that piece there. So if anyone's interested, these backdrops, I mean, this only cost me, I believe with shipping, it was under $20. So I think it's perfect to kind of help, you know, bring, if you have two structures or something like that, you don't want to spend all that money on a huge backdrop. It kind of works out pretty well, in my opinion, there, just to help divide the scene and kind of blend. Once I get the ground in there, it'll look a little better. But yeah, I'm really happy with those backdrops. For the building, this is just kind of it's just two pieces of that material I used on that green building, but I'm just trying to help see what I want to do here. This isn't off any prototype building, so I'm thinking of kind of extending it with some bracing and tubes, kind of like a truss I've seen on a few buildings, to help with some pipes go across the track here. And then we'll kind of paint this structure here. Is going to be green. I don't know, I'm still not really 100% sure what I'm going to do there, but my main focus right now is to finish the Ferraro Foods area. I'm going to add some trees, because in real life that building is, you know, done up real well with landscaping and everything. So probably add some nice trees, some pine trees and some bushes and so on. Again, it's winter, so The only thing that's really green is the pine trees in the wintertime. So we'll see how that turns out. So for the transloading or unloading spot right here for North Dakota Mills, been kind of playing around with the idea whether to go gravel or kind of the asphalt ground here. So I think I'm going to do the asphalt using the spackle and tinting the spackle like I did on the other side of the layout, which I was pretty happy with. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'll just kind of cover the rails so it'll be kind of a concrete pad. I recently saw an article from Pelle Solberg on in Model Railroader on how to make a little bit better looking chain link fence. I originally have the Walthers. Let's see if I can pan over here. The Walthers kit. It's kind of in the corner there for their chain link fence, and it looks okay. It looks good. It was kind of a pain to use the ribbon tooling for the fence, but I saw he kind of uses this etched brass material, so I'm gonna give that a try because I've actually been using some diamond plate brass for some vehicles, which I'm pretty happy with. So I'll give that a try on this. I'll probably surround it with fence, with a pad here, and maybe a gate. So it'll probably hold 2 cars right there. All right, on to some vehicles. I finally got around to weathering this trailer and this dozer here. I'm kind of just slacking with that, but I've kind of painted the tracks there. They were that plastic yellow. So I've kind of figured out a way to paint them a steel color. I made them a little grimy, and the same thing with the blade in the front. I found some chains, some tie downs, so I finally tied it down. I added a few decals to the truck and kind of just weathered it a little bit more. So I'm pretty happy with that. Did the same with this other Mack truck. It was originally red, but kind of going with the green theme for the kind of fake company there in the corner, construction company. So I painted it green, as well as, so if I could kind of show you guys. I mentioned I kind of made some lights. So that light bar there is like a Wayland Edge light bar that I designed and 3D printed. So it came out really well. I was really surprised again. Since it's clear, I painted it with just the Tamiya clear paints, and so I did a large one on that one, as well as my little pickup here. Like I mentioned, this truck I had when I was younger. I had a light bar on it when I was in the fire department, so I basically had that exact one. So that's a mini one I painted up. Some yellow in the back, red in the front. So really cool. I'm really having fun 3D printing stuff. On that note, here is a bed that I just printed up. So this is kind of like a flatbed for the River Point station trucks. I'm gonna make a separate video on that, but I'll show you guys real quick what the heck. Here's one that I just finished. So here's the bed. I put diamond plate on there. It's got the lights from Circus City decals. I found those on eBay. They fit perfect. And yeah, the bed only cost me, again, it was like $7.50. I need to make a few adjustments to it to fit a little better, but yeah, not bad for, again, $7.50. Here's another one I'm working on. This will be really cool. This is going to be a GMC rail service truck. So still in very much the early stages, and just painted the bed. A lot more work to be done on that. Well, that's about it for now. I'll have another video up shortly, kind of going over that truck build I did, if anyone's interested in that. and hopefully get a little bit more done on the extension shortly. So anyway, everyone, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.